大丈夫。はい。じゃあ始めます。
Hello, my name is Elyse Petersen, and I am an MBA student coming from Hawaii. And today I'm going to tell you the story of how I'm learning about tea right now and about its potential to create world peace. Tea is much more than just the popular drink that we enjoy on a daily basis. I am a global tea ambassador. Interesting title I have for myself. I work for a very small tea company in Kyoto called Obubu Tea Plantations in the small village of Wazuka, only 20 miles from here. My journey with tea, though, didn't start in Japan. It actually started in Hawaii. I worked with a team of MBA students to analyze the market feasibility of developing a tea industry in Hawaii. And the more I learned about this industry, the more connections I found to this so-called Obubu company. So I became friends with Obubu, and they invited me to Las Vegas to the World Tea Expo, where I helped them introduce the International Tea Farms Alliance, which its mission is to create a link between tea farmers and tea lovers to empower tea farmers to have a better livelihood. Since then, I've developed more of a relationship, and in January they invited me to join them for a tea relief tour they did in Tohoku in January. We visited many different tsunami accident survivors and poured tea with them and had conversation and developed a place of peace for us to talk and share story, a really successful event. After that, I went to Wazuka, and I've been in Wazuka since. It's a very beautiful landscape, and tea plays a very important role in this very small community of less than 5,000 people. Over 300 tea farms are there. And I'm working and living with tea farmers. In fact, this is my roommate, Aki-san. He's in the back of the room. Very, very funny guy if you want to get to meet him. And he's very passionate about tea. Most tea farmers are actually relatively older people, so it is kind of unusual for a young man to be growing tea, but he's passionate about creating tea and offering some of the best tea that he can give to the world. And tea plays such an important role in this village, but as the farmers start to age, there is an issue of who's going to grow this tea when these farmers can't grow it anymore. So it's the responsibility of the younger generation of farmers to revitalize the industry. So their idea is to connect with tea farmers around the world. This is a revolutionary type of tea business. So here we have a meeting, the Dream Team meeting we had with a farmer from India and Indonesia there. We met for a FoodX conference a few weeks ago in Tokyo, and we discussed how can this organization, ITFA, work together to boost up the tea industry around the world and help each other. So we found that if we co-promote each other's products and educate the market about the uniqueness of everybody's different teas, then we can create more opportunity for everybody to share in. So, Japanese farmers are promoting to their markets about Indonesian teas and about Indian teas. And this creates a new collaborative business strategy that's different from the classic traditional competitive strategy. So farmers are working together with their clients and creating more opportunity for them to share. But it's not just about creating connection between these farmers to share opportunity, but it's also about connecting with the consumers and creating a more valuable experience for the consumer, much more than just going to the store and buying tea to drink, but actually getting to know the farmer that made your tea and getting to learn the stories of where your tea comes from. So we hosted an event last week in Wazuka, the World Tea Farms Festival. We had over 1,000 people come, everywhere from farmers to tea lovers to tea business people. The event was all tea, and it was such an exciting energy to see all these different people come together and learn to create connections. So we had tea producers in Wazuka that were able to show their art form and show what they're passionate about making for the world with tea consumers. We even had many foreigners come to come experience what it really is like to make tea and to experience tea for what it is. And these people also were able to experience tea from around the world. So these same farmers that came for FoodX to promote each other's products came to this event, and they had different booths. And so this is an example of a family photographed with some marketing materials from an Indian farm. So it was a really unique international experience. And we had farmers from Wazuka talking with farmers from India this year, talking about challenges that they face and solutions that they have for those challenges, and coming up with new ideas together. It was really exciting to see everybody interacting at this event. And even the children were really into it. And I was able to introduce Hawaii tea. This is not my tea. I don't farm tea myself. This is my friend's tea. But everybody was really enjoying interacting with anything tea. And there was so much love and peace in the air that this can definitely be transferred into other ways. Even the dogs were enjoying all the delicious tea. It was a lot of fun. And this is what ITFA is trying to do for the world. You know, this is a pilot project we're doing here, but we want to spread this into communities all around the world where we can learn to connect with tea, not just drinking it, but learning about where it comes from and learning about the products that are associated with it and the art form that is tea. You know, there's all different kinds of products and hobbies and activities that we can do around tea, that we can connect with each other, and it's these connections that is going to help us learn to work together and to create a better world for our future generations. And I feel like this picture kind of captured the entire event. This little girl came to my booth and wanted to taste the tea, and she tasted it like she was a seasoned tea taster. She knew exactly what she was doing. But you know, this connection and this love, you know, we can continue to further it and make a better world. Thank you.
Thank you. ありがとうございました。一言だけ、先週終わったそのイベント、英語で聞かないとね。The event, the girl, last girl, was the good thing. And are there any concerning or about future of tea farmers or the bad thing? Is there any bad things about tea farmers in this country?
Yeah, it's a concern for all kinds of agriculture that it's not such a profitable business anymore. Our youth wants to move to the cities, they want to get high-tech jobs, they want to make a better life for themselves, and agriculture is not very attractive in that sense. So we need to revitalize agriculture and make it to something more attractive that people want to get back into. So we need to make it interactive, like how we're converting this small town in Wazuka to something that is very social and that is very interactive and can draw many people in.
That's why you're here, and that's why the event. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.